Good morning. What a pretty morning it is in our little world in Montana, in Bozeman. It's very clear, no smoke. I'm out here to harvest some of my lavender and kind of start cutting it back, kind of like a midsummer cut back, even though it's more late summer, but it's kind of the way it is out here. So I have my harvesting scissors, my little basket, and some rubber bands. So that's what I'm gonna put around the lavender when I gather it. And of course, my coffee. Hi there. So we're gonna start with a cup of coffee. That's the important thing right there is you gotta start with coffee and dogs apparently. He wants to go back in because it's a little chilly out here. I'm wearing a sweater and sweatpants and it's August, which is kind of crazy. Hello, Montana. So cheers. All right, coffee sipped. Sorry, my camera's all over the place. So I'm going to set this guy up right there. Okay. And take my basket here and set it there. Got my little rubber bands. These are rubber bands I've collected from vegetables and all kinds of things. I just keep them instead of throw them away and then use them when I can. So this is what I'm gonna do. I YouTubed a whole bunch of ways to cut back lavender, but I have all these new little shoots coming up that I don't want to cut. So I'm going to take a few bunches of the bigger pieces and just start trimming, and I'm going to trim some of the leaves with it. And I'm cutting close to the where the leaves are coming up, but not all the way down into what they call the woody area. I'm hoping one day my videos will be better. This is very you're getting my video early on. So, all right, so I'm just clipping some. So I ended up getting one little new one there, but that's okay because I have a ton of new lavender flowers coming up, little shoots. So see, I'm getting, it's like a little bunch of it, and then I'm gonna wrap the rubber band around it. So I'm gonna gather up a few here, put it down. Yeah. Huh? Taking the leaves too. The leaves are also so fragrant. Sometimes I think the leaves are even more fragrant than the actual flowers. You know, I honestly feel a little bad because I'm taking these away from the bees right now, but they'll get more, and I have a ton of other pollinators in the garden too. So this is my second year with some of these flowers, so they're doing really well. They're pretty well established. This lavender's really well established. It's been interesting because I just have never really, I haven't grown lavender much. I did grow it at the other place I lived, but it wasn't like it was a whole lot. So, and I didn't know what I was doing. Kind of like now, I don't really know what I'm doing. I just learn as I go. But okay, still clipping here. I'm gonna to get at least one bundle for this little video, and don't know if you'll get anything from this video, but I like to share things, so you've got me sharing. Okay, that one's a funny little shape. And so I've seen videos where people have gone in to harvest their lavender, and they literally just pull up all of the flowers like into a little bundle here, and they just start trimming like that. But I'm just not feeling that right now. Maybe eventually I'll get there, but I don't want to trim a lot of the new shoots that are coming in. I feel like I want to give them time to come in and time for the bees to enjoy them. But I am still taking a lot of lavender. Look at this. So that is a good handful of lavender. I'm going to do a few more here. And I'm going to come in and trim the leaves so that it's like giving it a haircut, so that it's a little mound and not just spraying everywhere. And that's going to help it to come back really nicely too. So let's see. You can do so much with lavender. So much. Okay. I like to dry it out. It's my personal favorite thing to do with lavender. So I'm going to actually try this whole thing of just coming in and going snip. Giving it a haircut. Okay. So, yeah, I did that. Thank you for being patient and learning with me. So I have a bunch of lavender here, and I'm going to take one of my little rubber bands and wrap it around the bottom so that it stays pretty together. Like that. And then put it in my basket and continue on. So I've gotten a lot faster after just having done some practice rounds, and I'm actually clipping quite a bit now. I'm giving it more of that haircut that I talked about, where you just gather it all together and start snipping, and you come away with a bundle, which I have gathered quite a few bundles already. I'll show them to you in just a minute. I'm going to take a few more here, so I'm going to just gather it and then start giving it a haircut. Snip, snip. I have left a few of the new little sprouts that I wanted to leave, but for the most part I've just been clipping. So there's another little bundle which I'm just adding to this. This one is already quite thick, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and I'll take a few more and then put a rubber band around it. Because these are just standing here waiting for me to clip them. So, and I'm gonna leave this little sprout because he's or she is wanting to grow. I think, at least that's how I feel. I want to give her a chance to grow, to pollinate, to feed the bees. These little stragglers down here. And I've been going in and kind of trimming up the leaves in certain areas too, where they're a little bit tall, like this one. I'm just gonna put basket. So this is coming up. I'm gonna leave it because it looks brand new, even though it's pretty tall. It's really pretty. Hasn't opened, the blooms haven't opened yet. Okay, so this is the last one on this particular lavender bush, I think. I have 6 of them, lavender bushes, so it does produce a fair amount of lavender, 6 bushes. Okay, actually there's just a couple more on this one. Okay, so I did get a couple of new ones there, but that's okay because I left quite a few. And you don't even have to do that, it's just my own thing. So, okay. So as you can see, I have quite a bit from the other 3 lavender bushes I've already harvested. And this is, and that makes 4 that I've harvested, and I have 2 more to harvest, 2 more bushes. Okay, whoops. Come on now. Okay, so I'm gonna take my little bundle here, and I have a rubber band, and I'm just gonna wrap it around. And you can just hang them to dry like this. I have a little spot in my kitchen area where I like to hang them, where it doesn't get a lot of sun. It's pretty dark and cool in that area. So there's another bundle, and I'm adding it to, you see that? So I did that one a lot faster. I think as you go, you just learn how to do it. It's just, that's life, right? Was it a country song I loved when I was a kid? Life's a dance, you learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. So I just want to show you the end result of my harvesting. There is 5 pretty large bundles of lavender that I have collected this morning from 6 lavender bushes. They're not real big lavender bushes. They've only been in the ground for 3 summers. And so they're still, I think they're still establishing themselves. And I haven't exactly been the best at taking care of them because I'm still learning. But I think this is a pretty good, technically midsummer harvest. August is not exactly midsummer in Montana, but I mean, I guess it is. But we only have maybe a month of summer left at most here, but I'll probably get a little bit more before the end of summer. But this is pretty remarkable, I think, considering I was sure my lavender was not coming back this year, which just goes to show you have to have patience sometimes with your plants. And I'm pretty happy about these 5 bundles. I'm actually gonna go walk over to one of my neighbor's houses, who's also a gardener, and see if she wants some lavender, because I have way too much for myself. And that's one of the beautiful things about gardening, is sharing. So just wanted you to see the end result there. And I left some of my little new buds of lavender on the plants, so I'll get some more, and the bees will get more. All right, thank you for joining me.